Hey guys, John. Hey, we're making our way through the book of Proverbs, almost halfway through. We're in Proverbs Chapter 14, and it's in verse 21 that we're going to look at today. And it's a verse that is so relevant for the day that we're in and the time that we're in. And Proverbs Chapter 14, verse 21 says this: "Whoever despises his neighbor is a sinner, but blessed is he who is generous to the poor." Whoever despises his neighbor is a sinner. Do you remember in the scriptures that they came to Jesus and said, well, okay, that's great to love my neighbor, but who is my neighbor? And then Jesus tells this story there in Luke chapter 10. And he talks about the Samaritan. Do you remember that? And he talks about the Samaritan, the good Samaritan who helps out a Jew. And I wanted to let you know, in case you didn't already, that they were opposed to each other. They were worse than conservatives and liberals. They were so opposed to each other. And the Good Samaritan reaches out and he helps his neighbor. And this week's verse is kind of one of those heart verses. But it reminds us that if you despise your neighbor, that's sin. It's a sin to despise your neighbor. Well, what if their opinion is different than mine? Love them anyway. What if they're from a different political party? Love them anyway. And what if they're a part of a different movement that I despise? We love them anyway. Jesus says that we're to love our neighbors. And in this time, in this season, we can get so attached to our opinions and our stances and our political positions that we wind up in opposition to our neighbor personally and to despise them. The Bible says that's sin. I want to encourage you to be a good citizen. I want to encourage you to research the issues and vote the issues. It's kind of behind us now, but in the future to do that. But never, ever, ever let it bring hardness to your heart where you're going to despise your neighbor. Because the Bible says that's sin. That we are to love those that are around us. Where you live, where you work, love those people, even if they're different than you, even if they're opinionated, to love them anyway. Because Jesus says we're to love our neighbors. And in that, you'll be blessed, and in that, you'll avoid sin. God bless you guys.